I wish everyone to join by 12 noon. I'm waiting for you actually. So in another 1 minute, we will start our session. Okay, we'll start this live session. Um, Very good afternoon. This is AKS Krishnan. So I want to introduce myself to you first of all. Um, so we all in the difficult situation now because of this COVID. So that is why this online program. Otherwise, this would have been conducted in face-to-face manner. But yes, we should not waste time in making decisions. So the agenda is CA my cup of tea. There are so many doubts. Many people ask me over the phone. I'm going to clarify each and every person's doubt in this video. So point number one, introduction about me. So I am CA AKS Krishnan. I completed Chartered Accountancy course in the year 2012 when I was 21. Actually, I waited for my membership because that age limits and all there in ICI. We have to become member only after 21 years. So I can say I am one of the India's youngest CA. I completed my CA during articleship itself. Like no, I have to wait for my articleship to get completed to even get the membership. So this is first one. So 2012 I passed the CA, and I started my practice immediately after articles. The next day of my articles completion, I started my practicing CA. So this is my 8th year of practice. I practice in various fields, basically corporate taxation, then corporate law, all ROC matters, then national company law tribunal matters, then appeals in commissioner levels with income tax authorities, then RBI matters. I used to consult RBI matters. So these are the things I am doing. Recently I started practicing through company secretaries in courts also. I prepare a lot of information for filing writ petitions in court. So this is my background. So I also started teaching immediately after my passing because I want to give my knowledge, whatever I learned, I want to teach others also. So I started teaching in very humble manner. This is not in a very great way and all, very small, like no brotherly teaching I started. So I am teaching for almost past 8 years now. So this is the introduction about me. So how many chartered accountants I created till now is 540 chartered accountants I have created in last 8 years. So this number is not much compared to big institutions, because they are creating per attempt itself, they are creating 50 to 60 chartered accountants or 70 chartered accountants per attempt. So I am taking classes for past 8 years, but only 500 chartered accountants I have created. So I am being part of them, at least some portion in their CA life I am being with them. So this is about me. So why I am eligible to tell this is CA my cup of tea? Because I have seen more than 3,000, 4,000 students in my life I come across many people, either they are struggling to complete CA, or one people every attempts I used to produce ranks, all India ranks. Even this attempt CA final, 5 all India ranks are from my academy only. But this is nothing to do with academy. So this meeting, this counseling session is nothing to do with academy. It's only a normal enlightenment which I want to give to all people. So point number one is who can do CA. So this is many people's doubt, who can do CA. Whether only commerce students can do CA after their 10th standard, whoever takes commerce like 11th and 12th, whether I have to take commerce to do CA, or I can also be a science student to do CA. Okay, this is the first point. So CA does not have any types of restrictions. Okay, that you should be a commerce students or you should be a science students, like that. CA is not having any type of restrictions. So both science students as well as commerce students can join CA. But science students generally will have a feeling that that I don't know anything, kind of, because they are totally from different field who is coming to commerce field, and they are having pressure to complete the courses of accounts, which these people, this commerce students, would have taken like 11th and 12th, 2 years they taken to complete the accountancy, which the science students have to complete in 3 to 4 months time. So this is point number one. But advantage for the science students is, if you have done science with mathematics, you have much more advantage than the account students, because accountancy mathematics, that is business maths, comparatively is lesser portions than you. So accountancy, yes, it's difficult for you. Maths, it's difficult for them. So this is the one. But many of my students are from science background. They completed CA in the first attempt also, or in the second attempt. And many of the commerce students who completed 12th in commerce background have failed in CA foundation. Many science students have passed in CA foundation. So it's not about the science or commerce students. Everyone can do CA. This is point number one. Point number two, sir, whether I should come in foundation route or I have to come in direct entry route. This is the next doubt people have asked me. So foundation route is better according to me, because the pass percentage in foundation route in CA is very high than the direct entry route, because I have seen many direct entry students who are struggling to even clear one group of their inter, CA inter. Even one group is very difficult for them to clear. So my feeling is it is better that you have to go through foundation route if you want to do CA rather than the direct entry route. So this is my feeling. And the next one is, sir, what is the difference between foundation route and direct entry route? Because my father and mother asking me to do college and finish college, then do CA, because they want some backup for me. That no studies, I should have some backup. See, my feeling is, in 3 years college, yes, in 3 years college, most of the people are not learning many things if you are not in the top 2-3 colleges of the city. For example, if you are in, I don't know about other cities, I know about Chennai. So if you are from Loyola, or if you are from Vivekananda in top 10, if you are in college top 10, or if you are in Etiraj in college top 10, or if you are in MOP in college top 10, you people, you have an extraordinary life. Even without CA also, you can earn like CA. Okay, but other colleges, I don't think they have much knowledge in the subject. Even after completing 3 years of college, they don't know even basics of costing, they don't know basics of tax, etc. I don't know what they are doing in college only. But many students, after completing college and joining CA, are not passing even first group of IPCC. This I have seen in my life and experienced it. That's why I am telling. So coming to CA after college, it's going to be very difficult for you. One point is, in college, the mentality of the students is, okay, I will study only during the semester. So they will not have a regular studies. So they forgot to study. This is point number one. And point number two is during articleship, because direct entry you have to go articles also. So during articleship period, you don't have much time for classes. because our classes will be early morning and late evenings. So you cannot manage, because early morning say 6:30 you should be in the class, and after that you have to go for articles. Say articles is from say 9:30 or 10 to 5:36, and most of the firms are now, when they are doing the tax audit during this July to September October month, they are not leaving the students only. Even after 7, 8, 9 o'clock they are having the students in the office, because they have tax audit pressure. So all these things will make this direct entry students will not, they may not study totally. See, already they are weak in studies, and this articleship period will kill them in the IPCC itself. I have seen many articleship students in direct entry stream, they are not studying at all. They are saying, I don't find time to study, sir. So this is one point. Then coming back to foundation route, after 12th, sir, if I join foundation, whether I can go for college, because can I do foundation and college parallelly? This is what many people doubt. So I have seen many parents asking this, sir, can I put my son or daughter in the college also to do this BCom, and can they also do CA foundation? I will tell them yes, but for that very important, you have to choose a correct academy. Okay, because 90% of the academy, they will be telling some lies to you. Okay, they will tell that I will not conduct foundation classes during the college hours, but that is utter bullshit. They will conduct during the college hours. Okay, so because of that, two things will have a problem. Either you cannot concentrate on your CA, or you cannot concentrate on your college. And if you have very less attendance in college, this college will debar you from attending the exam. And even if you want to quit college at that point of time after joining college, they will not refund your fees what they have received. To give back your certificates, they will ask you to pay the full fees of that year, or sometimes even 3 years they will ask you to pay. So these are the things you should keep in mind before making your college decision. So I will tell you what we do in our academy. You can have the same thing, and you can ask to any other academy to whom you have chosen. I will, in my academy, we will start the class at 8:30 only. Like, no, how they are going to the school, same way, because schools generally will start 8:30 only. So we will start the class at 8:30 in the morning, and we will complete the class before college. Okay, because college will open only after some months after the results. So till the time we will take class up to 12:30 or 1 p.m. And once the college starts, we will conclude the class at 12 p.m. That is 12 noon. So after that they can go to their college. This is my academic style of teaching classes. And we will not drag the session so much, because in many teachers have the mentality of taking 100 hours, 200 hours classes. We will not do like that. We will restrict ourselves to per 100 marks we will take somewhere around 70 to 80 hours of classes for 2-3 subjects, and only 1 or 2 subjects will go for extended time, maybe beyond 100 hours, but that will be 1 or 2 subjects only. So mostly all the subjects will get over by 60 to 80 hours time. Now coming back, so sir, what is the time taken to complete CA? This is another question. So I will tell you. See, foundation course after say 12th standard, you have to minimum have 4 months study time to write this examination. That's what institute says. So for example, if the result generally used to come in May month, but this time it will take even July month, or July end it will come. So this says, like, no, after foundation you should have minimum 4 months time to write this examination. So generally the results will come in May month. Okay, so June, July, August, September, October, you have 5 months time between your results and the CA foundation. So within that you can complete your coaching class also, and you can write CA. But this time even this 12th standard CBSE examination is not yet over. So they have to reduce the number of months gap, and give the to allow you to write the examination. So we have to wait and watch that. So after 12th standard, if you join say foundation, it will be like 6 months. Say example, if you are completing your 12th standard in the month of March, so you have April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 7 months study time you have, and November month you have to write the examination. Generally November 10th to November 20th will be the examination for CA foundation. and the result will be released in the month of February first week. So previously they used to release the result in January mid, but now they are taking some more time. So February first week only your result will come. So if you complete 12th in March 20, you will be writing your examination in November 20 and your results will be in February 21. And if you completed CA Foundation, on February, then you have to join for CA Inter. So CA Foundation, how many papers you have? The papers and all I will tell you last. Okay, next in next session. It's like no after another session. Maybe in another 25 minutes I will be telling that. So what subjects, etc. So CA Inter how to do? So CA Inter will take 9 months study time for you. So February you are getting the results. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, so 8 months you have time for coaching classes, studies, etc. And November 1st you will be having your examination. November 1st or 2nd you will be having examination, and examination will go for 17 to 19 days. Okay, so this is the second one. So what is in November 2021 you are writing your CA Inter. If there are two types of thoughts, sir, I will go by group because CA Inter has two groups, group by group. Some students will say, sir, I will go for both group in a single shot. So this is the highlight. Now once you started and completed your CA Inter, say in the month of November, you completed your CA Inter, then the results will come in the month of February 22. So November 21 you completed wrote your CA Inter, and February 22 you got your results. Say if you pass in February 22, you have to join your articles. So articleship joining can be done even with one group passing or two group passing. Now, so there are two people I told you, one is the person who are doing CA full time without college, another one is the person doing CA with college. So CA full time without college, they can do BCom in correspondence, and CA with college, that means they are going for evening college or morning CA, or morning college and evening CA. This can be done. But according to me, morning CA and evening college will be the best. Why? Because morning you will be fresh and you will concentrate more. And second half, if you have college classes where your concentration can be little less compared to CA. That's what my thought is. But the pressure for those people is very high, because I have seen many people, because morning say 7 o'clock you are waking up and 8:30 you are attending the CA classes. Then it's 8:30 to say 12:30, and immediately you are going for lunch and going for your college. Say college is from say 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. and after college you have to catch the bus or something else, you have to come back, and by the time it will be like 7 or 7:30 or 8. So imagine how many hours you are going to exhaust yourself. So morning 7 to evening 7:30. Now you have to do homework of your CA classes, because each day 2 classes of CA will be conducted, because 3 hours or 4 hours, no, so 2 hours per class. Now you will be completing 2 classes in that. So they will give homework for you. At the same time, this college people also will give homework for you, and it's very difficult for you to write both. As well as you have to study for CA classes test, because CA classes we used to give weekly 2 tests we used to give, so you have to read for that. And at the same time, college semester will come, model test will come towards the end. So mostly this November month, college semester and CA examination we used to clash. This time 2 colleges had CA examination the same day they have their this college semester examination also. So I have seen 1 or 2 students have not written the CA examination due to college examination. Some students didn't write college examination due to CA examination. That depends on the students' mentality and their family support. So this is the next one. So coming back to the time limit. So I started my career, say for example Mr. X is a student. He completed his 12th standard in the month of March 2020, and he started his foundation examination in November 2020. He wrote and he got in 21 February. Then he wrote inter examination in November 21. He got results in 22 February. Then he has to join articleship. So if you are going for college, you will be taking one more year to complete your college to join the articleship, because articleship is a full-time program. So morning 10 a.m. to evening 5 to 6 p.m. you should be there in the articleship, that is auditor's office. So articleship means what? You have to go and work under auditor. Okay, one charter accountant will be there, so any charter accountant you can choose. You have to write a bond with them, uh, to work with them for a period of 3 years. And if you completed say one group of inter and joining, they will give you maximum 25 days to 30 days leave for your inter second group examination. But if you continuously fail, they will not give you leave also for this inter examination. So better you finish both groups and join the articleship. That's what my thing is. Yes, many people will think that I am going to take some extra time to complete my CA final. That will be there, you cannot do anything about it. So according to me, better you complete CA inter both groups and join articles, because articleship period you have lot of outstation audit. Mostly many good firms will have outstation audit. You have to travel across India maybe, and so at that point of time you will be enjoying. According to me, once you started working, no, you will start love to work. You will enjoy your office mostly, and that is the reason you may not concentrate much on your studies. That is one of the possibility. So we should know work-life balance. We should know how to divide our work life, and work-life balance is most important. That and all you have to learn. And during CA classes, we should be very genuine to our parents, because no one is going to control you. Previously, teachers used to give lot of homeworks and they used to monitor you. Lot of control from parents, teachers, etc. Here the controls will be very less. So students have to be very sincere in their approach. Now after completing your inter, you are joining your articles. After completing 2.5 years of articles, okay, 2.5 years of articles, you can write your CA examination, CA final examination. So during this 2 years time, you have to go for classes, etc., and complete syllabus of all the subjects. Some people will go for self-study itself, because they will have the courage of doing self-study, and some people will go for classes. So say 80% will go for classes and 20% are going self-studies. And after completing this classes, etc., so in during this period itself, you have to do computer training as well as GMCS, that is how to communicate. So there are two levels of this. One is immediately after passing your inter, before joining articles, you have to do once computer training and communication training. They will say orientation program, how to behave, how to speak, etc. This ICA itself will conduct. You should not go for any private classes for this. ICA itself will conduct. They are the only authority to give certificate. So Institute of Chartered Accountants of India itself will do this. So according to me, what I will tell, immediately after writing this inter examination, without even waiting for the result, immediately book a slot. Say in the month of December, if you are writing in the November 2021, immediately in November end or December, you book one slot with ICI and go for this training. So before the result comes, you will be completing this training. So once the result is positive, you can immediately join articleship. Because if you are waiting for your results, the results will come in the month of say February 22. I told you, no, February 22. So after this, if you are booking a slot, the slot may not get, you may not get the slot, because at that point of time, many students will be asking for the slot with ICI for this computer training program and orientation program. So till you complete that, you cannot join your articleship. That is very important. So you should complete as soon as possible. So once the result comes, you have to join the articles, and you should have completed this computer training program and the orientation program with ICI. So this is like, they will teach you Tally, MS Office, etc. in computer training. So please do not go for any other coaching classes for this computer training and orientation, how to behave, etc., soft skills, etc. Don't go. And once you have started your articles, you have to write articleship assessment test also. So articleship assessment test you have to write. In this articleship assessment test, what they will ask you means like what you learned in articles, that they will ask you in articleship assessment test. And that is you have to book a slot after each and every year of your articleship. You have to write this test, and you have to go for advanced level of computer training and communication program, soft skills program. This is the second program. So first program you completed before articles, second program you have to complete before writing your CA final during the articleship period. This is the second program, and after completing this program only you can write your CA final examination. So 3 years of articleship, and before completing the last 6 months you can go for examination, that is 2.5 years. If you complete, you can write the CA final examination. Say you are joining the articles in the month of March 2022. So April 22, March 22, so March 23, March 24, March 25. So March 25 is your articleship completion time. So if you are going to write 6 months before, that means 24 November. So November 24 itself you are eligible to write your CA final examination, and before that you should have completed your advanced computer training program and communication or soft skills program. So once you done that, then you can write your main examination in the month of November 24, and the results will come in January mid or January end of 2025. And you cannot become member of ICA immediately, because you should wait for our articleship completion. So by March 25 you will complete your articleship. Then immediately after March 25 you can, since you passed your CA examination, you completed all this training programs, you can become member of ICA. That means you are all chartered accountant. So you can practice or you can go for employment after March 25. So this is the time limit. So if you start today, okay, that is March 20. So March 25, that means almost you have 5 years time. So 5 years is this course. So I repeat in short manner. I completed my 12th examination in March 20. Then I wrote my foundation examination in November 20. I got my results in February 21. I wrote my inter examination in November 21. I got my results in February 22. I started my articleship in March 22. I wrote my CA final examination after 2.5 years of articles. That means November 24. So how to calculate that? So we are in March 22. So 23, 24, and after that 6 months, no. So November 24 is your examination. Result will come in January 25. Your articleship will get over in March 25. So this is the period of completing CA. Now if you are going for college parallelly, that means CA foundation along with college, and you are not going to quit your college. Okay, please understand, you are not going to quit the college. This is one scenario. Now you completed you completed your 12th standard in March 20. You wrote the examination, and before the results comes also you can enroll for CA course. Please understand, you can easily enroll for CA course with your admit card, and after enrollment to CA foundation examination there should be 4 months time. So I think you are all have done with your enrollment. If not, please enroll immediately. How to enroll? This I already posted in my YouTube channel. Step 1, step 2, step 3 of CA registration. Please go through that videos and enroll yourself. With just admit card is enough. 12th standard hall ticket is enough. It's not necessary that you should have completed the 12th standard examination for the enrollment. But for writing CA foundation, before finishing this examination form, 1,500 you should give at the time of examination form. That is 2-3 months before the examination. During the month of August they will release this examination form. At that point of time you should have result and you should attach your those things, etc. Affidavit and all you should give, declaration. So that is totally different. But for enrolling to CA, it's not necessary that you should get the result. Even with admit card, it's enough to enroll for CA. If you have any doubt, you can approach me. I can tell you that about enrollment, etc. Then the next point is, so I told you how to do parallelly CA with college. So these people after college they are joining the CA course. Say morning CA classes and evening college. So evening college means 1:32 they will start their college, and it will go up to 6 or 7 o'clock. But women's college like Etiraj and all, I think their college timing is totally different. Morning 10 to evening 5 kind of, or 11 to 5 I think so. So those people, it's very difficult for them to even attend morning CA class or evening CA class. So according to me, if you want to do both parallelly, you should not choose this kind of college. Okay. So those, see, if you are going to Etiraj, you do full-time college itself, because I told you know, if you are going to come in top 10 in that college, it's not necessary even to do CA, because that college itself will give you a lot of training programs. They will place you in Big Four. Okay, and if you go to Big Four, then you can do something else also. So that is one way of doing CA. So next, come back. So after starting your foundation in the morning, you can go for college in the evening, and after completing foundation, go for one by one group when you are in college, because you please don't take pressure of writing both the groups as well as college. You write one group in that November 21 and second group in May 22, like that you split, so that you can concentrate on the college also, you can go for CA classes also. So you can split yourself. Morning one group classes I will go for CA, and one group one college also I will make sure that I am going, and the second group I will write next time, like that. Because even if you completed your means like IPCC CA inter very early, you have to wait for your college to get over to join your articles, because without completing articles you cannot write CA final examination, and you have to join articleship as a full time. That means 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. you should be in the articleship. So how can you go for articles when you are going for college? So you have two options: either you have to quit college, or you have to complete the college and then join the articleship. So this is going to be very difficult for you people, I am telling you, because you have to wait for 1 year. So if you complete your say college, when you will get completion your college, if you join say July 20, if you join college 21, 22, 23. So July 23, June 23 or May 23 only you will get college completion. Now you have to write, you have to join the articleship only after this college completion. Okay, so it's why it's necessary to complete IPCC or CA inter very fast. So you go by one group, so that you can concentrate in both college and. So for example, November 21 you are writing first group, and May 22 you are writing the second group. Even after that you have 1 year more to complete your college. After that only you can join your articleship. And for those people who are joining 1 year late, so you will be taking 1 year late to complete your articleships. That means instead of March 25, as I told you in the previous, for you it will be March 26 to complete becoming CA. So for you it will be like 6 years after this 12th standard. So average age for CA students generally, say for example, if you are 17 and a half when you are writing your 12th standard examination, 5 years you have to add, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it will be at least 22 years you will be having when you are completing your CA. So but many students are completing at 21 and after 22 at that point of time. So that because of the some people are joining very early in school, but most of the CBSE students are now joining only at the age of 4. So those people will be at least 22 and after 23 years when they complete the CA. Now, so this is a time limit. Then we will go for how to choose articleship, that is CA firms, how to choose. See, it's very important that you should choose very good CA firms. Okay, there are two types or three types of CA firms. One is Big Four. Big Four is PwC, Ernst and Young, then Deloitte, then KPMG. The brand name which I told are not exact CA firm's name. The CA firm's names are different. For example, SR Batley Boy, then BSR affiliates. Okay, like that they have their firm names, but their brand name is different. So you have to choose either Big Four. Big Four will choose. They will allow people who completed both groups in single shot in the first attempt. Mostly they are taking those types of people in their articleship. and the stipend will be somewhere around 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 and all. The stipend will be very high in Big Four. But work pressure also will be equally high. So this is one category, Big Four. Another category is medium-sized firm. Medium-sized firm, in that you have to choose where number of article assistants are more. For example, say 15 article assistants are there, 15 to 20 article assistants are there, means you will be having very good exposure, because the works will be divided with many people, and you will have good friends also. And we will have a third size of firms is small firms, which is having say less than 10 article assistants in the office. So those are small size firms. So if you are in rural areas, you can find only medium sized firm, or small firms are very high. And there are two types of audit firms. One is LLP, another one is normal firms. In that there are another firms also, sole proprietorship also there. So sole proprietorship, partnership firm, partnership with a limited liability partnership firm. So these are the things. Then affiliation with abroad companies, like PKF affiliation. So BDO, PKF, these people are having like affiliation with abroad charter accountants also. So PKF, Sridharan Santanam, those people are there. Okay, BDO, then Haribhakti. So these are like medium-sized firm, very high-level firms. Brahmaya, NC Rajagopalan Company, CNGSN. There are like top firms in Chennai, where this is after this Big Four. And third category of firms also there. So that and all we can choose. So you have to get exposure in company audit, then listed company audit, then at least one or two public sector undertakings, then bank audit, then at least one insurance company audit. So you have to get experience in everything. So what is the idea of Big Four, and what is the idea of middle-sized firm? I will tell you. In Big Four, you will be put in one department, say taxation department or audit department, and through the 3 years you will be doing only in that department, and you will be specialized only in that department. But in mid-sized firm, you will be rotated in all the departments. You will be in tax department, you will be in audit department in few months, etc. So you should make sure that you are going for that kind of articleship. Okay, because you are having the knowledge of all the fields, because this will help you tomorrow when you are going for practice. So CA practice, it will be helpful for you. This is another thing. Then the next thing is mid small size firm, where they are having only individuals or HUF or trust as their clients. This also okay, because you may have some time for you to study. So that is also, see, if you see one side, you have to see the other side also. So if you are going for this kind of firms, the pressure is also high. Studies is very difficult to do, and they have to give you at least 4 months of exam leave for CA final. So you should ask all these things before joining itself. Sir, 4 months exam leave whether you will give, 3.5 months exam leave whether you will give, etc. And if you are doing college in correspondence, you will be getting your semesters year during the month of May or December. So you have to take 1 or 2 weeks leave for that also. Or sometimes it will get, say for example, Madras University and all, mostly it will be in Saturday, Sundays. But I have seen some other university, it will be in the weekdays. This also you should see. Then sir, can I do additional courses like CS, CWA, etc.? That also I will suggest you to do. But if you are doing articleship, you can do only one extra course. Either you can choose BCom or you can choose CWA. So that is one thing. According to me, direct entry students, already you completed the BCom and joining articles. Now you can do CWA as your additional course along with CA. So there is one form called Form 112 which has to be submitted. That will be very helpful for you according to me. So this is another thing. Then, so this is how you choose the articleship. Then how to choose academies. Okay, that CA classes, how to choose academies. Okay, see for example, first I will tell you how many students you have, your friends, okay, in your school. In one classroom, how many students is there in that one classroom? Approximately 40 students will be there in one classroom. So 1:40 is the teacher students ratio. Because of that, you got like very good marks, say 85-90% marks you got, and that's because there is a high level of attention between the student, teachers and the student. But in CA classes, if you choose very good branded academies, the numbers will be somewhere around 500-600. So in one classroom, you can see 500 students sitting in one place. So how can there be personal attention? Maximum 3 rows, the maximum personal attention can be given. I will tell you, this branded big academies already they have very bright students. All school first, school second, school third of every school of that area, and even from outside, say rural side also, the top people will come to that academy. Imagine. So see, if you are an average student, it's very difficult for you to compete with your school top fellow. Okay, right? Now imagine all the school's top students are coming and sitting in one classroom, and you are also going to be in that classroom, and say you are in the 5th row or the 6th row, and there are 15 rows in that classroom, and there are like 400 students in that one room. Sometimes some academies will tell that they are taking face-to-face classes, but they will put you in the video class. Now already we are average students, a little above average student, but we are not in the top 3 category. Already face to face itself, it's very difficult for us to understand. They will put you in video class, but they will ask you to pay the same fees of face to face class. This is going to be a very difficult task. Okay, so second point. So after this, first 3-4 rows will be very bright students will be sitting. CBSE students or state board very high level brilliant students will be sitting, and other average students will be sitting in the back side. Say for example, out of say 300-400 students in one classroom, even if say 10% are getting passed, it will be like 30-40 students. But there are academies of having 800 students or 1000 students, so even 10% pass, they will get somewhere around 100 students or 200 students. Now, but all the students may not be equally brilliant like them, no? So we have to choose an academy which is having less than 100 students or less than 70 students in one classroom. So you have to ask, if the classroom is having 300 students, you should ask to split the classroom into 3. That means 100 students per batch, and all the batch should be face-to-face batch. There should not be video classes batch, and every student should get personal attention. So if this is possible, even if a person got 90% in the 12th standard and come to CA classes, say 90% in say state board and 85% in central board, so 5% leniency I can give to them, so they can pass CA foundation examination according to me. So this is the category, how to choose the academies. So don't choose a very crowded academies. Please don't go behind the brand. Brand is going to give nothing for you, your son, because your son or daughter, if they fail, this is going to be their first failure, and it's going to be a blow on their face, and they will go for depression, they will go for frustration, and it is very difficult for them to come up in their life. See, we can tell failures are stepping stones, but that and all humbug. For these people, these students, this is the first failure, because all these students are very bright. If you put them in the very big classroom, and rural students, they cannot understand English properly. Okay, so you have to ask the teacher, sir, whether you will take Tamil and English classes together, or the regional language and English classes together, so that my son and daughter will also understand. Whether you will give personal attention, whether these people can ask doubt. I will tell you, 90% of the teachers will say yeah, oh, etc. But personal attention will not be there. They cannot ask doubts to the faculty individually, because if they are having like 300-400 students, how it is possible to approach the faculty individually? I will tell you, say the class gets over at 12 p.m. and your college is at 1 p.m. How can you ask doubt in the classroom if say 500 students are there, 400 students are there? How it is possible for you to ask doubts? Chanceless. And these people will not give you the WhatsApp number or telephone number, nothing. You cannot call them also. So this is the major reason for the failure. Even brilliant students are failing because of this. I'm not pinpointing any single academy, but most of the people are doing this. So please do not put your son or daughter in very crowded academies. Go for 50-70 students academies. So I'm not saying that you should go for individual attention academy. That is very difficult. So 50, 60, 70 students are there, or even a branded academy, if they split the batches 100 students per batch. If I split the batch into 3 or 4 batches, then you put that student in that batch. But don't put in a very crowded classroom. Our people are finding very difficult to pass. They will not tell you, see, if your son or daughter failed, you will not blame the academy. Instead, you will blame your son or daughter, which is going to give them more frustration. If mother and father is not believing me, then who else will believe me? So that is the thing. And to come up in the life, you have to give the hand. But here, no one is giving the hand. Teachers are not, no, see, I took class for this many students and these students passed, why you failed? So that means I didn't have any responsibility on you, etc. See, some people will mesmerize you with their words, as if so much they will talk, they will mesmerize you, and parents will think it's the problem of the student and it's not the problem of the faculties. See, if my son or daughter is getting more than 90% in their 12th standard, how it's possible for them to even fail? See, if they get low percentage, then no issue. Okay, 55%, 61, no issue. But how it's possible for them to fail? But imagine the same level of efforts they have put. See, that are the things. So, how to choose an academy? Don't go behind the brand. Instead, ask the teacher. Meet every teacher. I tell you, before making your son or daughter join, meet every teacher of that academy or faculties. At least over the phone, you call each and every faculty, talk to them, and put your son or daughter, because some brotherly and sisterly feeling should come. Students, yeah, teacher-student ratio will be matter, and that feeling, that teacher-student relationship feeling should also be there. So that is also one important. Okay. Then I don't want to talk so much about it because sometimes I will get angry about other academies. Okay. Then amount, fees. Sir, how much amount it will take for us to complete CA course? So one is for foundation, you have to do ICA registration. That will take some 10,500 rupees for foundation registration with central government ICA. Then for foundation coaching, it will take somewhere around 25,000. Okay, 20 to 25,000 rupees is the maximum cost. You can choose ICA itself. ICA, I think, less than 15,000 rupees. In private academies, it will start with 20,000 rupees and maximum 25,000 rupees. So if you are paying more than 25,000 rupees for foundation, that means you are going to get cheated. Okay. Then this is first point. Then second point is CA Inter. CA Inter, we can say we can spend somewhere around 45,000 to 50,000 rupees maximum. So don't spend more than 50,000 rupees for private coaching for CA Inter. So CA Foundation, if you are going to spend say 20 to 25,000 rupees, multiply into 2 for CA Inter, that will be your costing for CA Inter. Then for CA Final, you add another 30 to 40% from CA Inter. So that means some 60 to 70,000 rupees you have to spend for CA Inter. So this is for private coaching. So private coaching 20 to 25,000 rupees for foundation, 40 to 50,000 rupees for Inter, and 60 to 70,000, 75,000 rupees maximum for CA Final. This is for private coaching. If you join ICA coaching itself, it's going to be very, very cheap. Okay, you can go to ICA website and see that. This is one point. So private coaching and ICA coaching, there are two things. Then coming to registration fees. So you will be having 10,500 rupees for foundation registration and 20,000 rupees for Inter registration, and you have the same amount to final. And you will be having this orientation program and computer training program, which will be 10,000 rupees for first level as well as for second level. So you have to add all those amount to get the finality. And now this amount, if you are joining articleship, say average articleship stipend they will give you, so monthly 5,000 rupees stipend if you take, also 3 years somewhere around 60,000 rupees per annum into 3, so 1,80,000 rupees you will get in the stipend itself. So whatever you are going to spend for CA, this will be recovered in the stipend itself. So I don't think CA is a costliest course, but I will tell you, if you are going to fail, then CA becomes costly course. Why? Because if you are failing, I will tell you, if you pass CA and if you are going for employment, say 6 to 7 lakhs per annum package, then if you are failing in one attempt, that means you are going to lose that much amount. Say for example 4 lakh rupees you are going to lose if you are taking extra 6 months time. So this is the time value of money, we will say. So opportunity cost or time value of money. So CA course fees is a big fees compared to engineering course. You can even take back your money in just the stipend itself. But if you are going to fail in this CA, you are going to pay a huge amount, because the time value is most important. So per 6 months is the value of after 22 years of age. 6 months cost you to 3 to 4 lakhs rupees. See, I will tell you whether job opportunities are very high for CAs. I will tell you. Sir, when I joined this course, CA course in the year 2008, when I doing this course in 2009-10, my my seniors who passed that course during the 2010, 11, 12, 10, 10, 11, they used to get a package of somewhere around 6 to 6.5 lakhs. That is a CA's package, 6 lakhs to 6.5 lakhs. I am telling this almost like 10 years before. Okay, when I completed CA, when I attended interview in L&T, that is before starting my practice, I also attended one interview, and the package is 6.25 lakhs to 6.5 lakhs. That is the package. This is in 2012. And today, if you complete CA and if you are going for applying for employment, you will get 6.5 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs. Now, tell me, what is the growth CA attained? Okay, imagine I am talking about average student, average CA student, okay, who completed in the first attempt but not rank and all. Okay, please understand. You cannot please compare with the rankers. There will be few rankers, top 10 rankers, who may get somewhere around 14-15 lakhs package. Leave them, please leave them. Don't even compare them. Normal CA student, average CA student, 6.5 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs is the package today. Okay. Because I am recruiting people also, I am sending people to so many companies. This is the average package. 7.5 is the high package the average students get. Now, some people would have told you that the 13 lakhs package, 14 lakhs package, etc. It's all humbug, because they are not taking a normal sample, they are taking abnormal sample or extreme sample. This is fake, I will tell you, because normally average students we should take. Okay, for example, there are 100 employment, we should take average of 80 employment. Don't talk about the 20 employment, because the 20 employment will give only for 20 people out of 100 CA students. Okay, 100 people who passed. Please understand. So average package is 6.5 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs package only. So please do not have this very high level estimation in your head and all. This is the thing. And out of so this is CA opportunities. So opportunities are there. Practicing, there are very good opportunities. See, initially your practice amount will be very less. You may not even earn 30,000 rupees per month, but slowly you can build up your practice. You have to wait for 1 or 2 years to build your practice. So according to me, practice is the highlight. Don't go for employment according to me. But employment starting itself you will get 6 lakhs. But practice, if you started, you will get even not less than 3 lakhs starting in 1 year. Then second year it will be 5 lakhs. Third year it will be 7 lakhs. And fourth year it will be like double. This is one thing. Then, sir, overall pass percentage in CA. See, I will tell you, out of 100 students who are joining CA, I will tell you one estimate. I will tell you, you can yourself imagine. So, say for example, 100 students are joining CA foundation. Foundation results say 18 to 20%. So, we will go for higher percentage, say 20%. So, out of 100 students, 20%, 20 students will pass CA foundation in that attempt. Then they will go for CA inter. There they will give somewhere around 15% to 20%. Say, imagine, out of 20 students, 8 students are passing or 7 students are passing. In final, they will have 10 to 12% results. So, 3 students or 2 students will pass. So, out of 100 students who join CA, first attempt category till final, there will be hardly 2 to 3 students. This is the CA thing. So, 20% in CA foundation, 15% in CA inter, and 10 to 12% in CA final. This is the level you can imagine. And this is, sir, is CA is going to be very difficult or tough course? See, I will tell you, it needs a lot of discipline. It's not very tough course as others says. It needs lot of discipline and hard work. Every student for CA foundation, if they are going for 4 hours of classroom classes, they have to at least study 3 to 4 hours self-study. 3 hours is bare minimum they have to do self-study. And they have to write many tests, they have to prepare themselves. And for inter, at least 5 hours of classroom and 3 hours of self-study is very important. That means one student has to study for 8 hours. See, imagine a BE person, okay, engineering person, how many hours he is spending in college. At least that much hours you have to spend time in class and self-study. And self-study is very important, because not all the teacher is going to push you. This is another thing. Then books. So what are the books I should use? See, for foundation, ICAI books is very good, very good for foundation. So for foundation conceptual studies, go for ICAI book. And for question and answers, there are private books. Okay, for question and answers alone, you have to use a private book. For conceptual studies, you have to go for ICAI main book itself. Question answers, previously for CPT they had question answers book, but after foundation they are not releasing the question and answers book, but soon they will be releasing question and answers book. So there are private authors book for question answers, you can take that. For inter, for out of 8 subject, for 5 to 6 subject, ICA book is very very good. And now the recent book of ICA is very very good for all the subjects. For conceptual understanding you can take this subjects, and for question and answers alone you have to take the private authors book. But soon I think ICA will also release the question answer book. So question answer book alone you have to see the outsiders book. Once you come to CA final, many students, I will tell you 80% of the students are going for private authors book, but they are also keeping ICA book, because people are having fear on ICA book, because ICA book is very huge for CA final. So they are asking for private authors to reduce the content in the small size portion, and they are following that. This is the books. But ICA books is best one. Then, sir, whether my plus 2 marks are important for CA? See, plus 2 marks are not important for CA. Okay, plus 2 marks, say for example, even if you got 85% or 90%, it's enough for doing CA. Sir, I got less than 80%, whether I can do CA? I will tell you, see, if you are going to be less than 80%, that means you lack sincerity in the school itself. In school, you are having lot of examination. See, this has a connection with, sir, why people are failing in CA? These two questions are having connections. If a student who got 90% in marks in 12th standard, how can he even fail in CA? That is one highlight question. I will tell you. See, in school you have like daily test, monthly test, midterm test, quarterly test, second midterm test, half-yearly test, third midterm test, revision test, revision test 2, model 1, model 2, then pre-mock or board exam, then board exam. So you have like this many tests. Now in CA classes, 90% of the academies won't conduct so many tests. Very few academies only will conduct tests. Few academies will never complete the portion itself. Okay, they will never complete the portion itself. They will keep till the last day before the examination. They will keep classes, and they will tell one thing that if I leave them, they will forget everything. So I will not leave them. I will take class only 15 days before the examination. So these are the academy's concept. So if you are going to push yourself till the last minute, it's going to be a vulnerable case. Maybe some bright students will pass, but average students and all, they need lot of time to do self preparation. Okay, our school because we are from basic medium schools, we need some time to prepare ourselves. We need to write lot of tests, and most of the students will think only they study from the first page to last page they will get the confidence. Please understand, that's the student's mentality. Some students are having line by line I should study, from the first page to last page I should study, then only I will get the confidence. So for those students, you have to complete the syllabus well in time and give them time for doing self-study, and you have to give lot of tests for them. This is the reason that students are failing in CA. See, even foundation students, they may pass because they come immediately after their school, they have the mentality of studying. But inter and final, they lost the touch of books, and they are going to increase the failure. The failure rate got increased there. Okay, this is the thing. And direct entry, they totally lost the touch with the books. That is the reason they are having a high level of failures. Okay. And sir, whether maths is compulsory for us to start CA, I will tell you, it's very very important point. See, foundation out of say if we take 100 students failure, in foundation 70 students, if you say the failure, okay, 70% they have failed in mathematics. This is because they don't have inborn talent of mathematics. See, mathematics just by teaching or not, it will not come. That's my experience, I will tell you. So somebody teach you mathematics, it will not come. Mathematics is something inborn. So we should have like 50-60% mathematics we should have in our body. Then external source teaching will give you some another 30-40%. So maths needs an inborn talent. So I will tell you better, very good when you take mathematics in your 11th standard. Okay, if you are commerce, please take business maths. If you are CBSE, they will be doing a normal mathematics itself. See, don't even bother about your marks. Please don't bother about your marks. Let the marks be anything, but you have to do mathematics. Okay, don't bother about the marks. Marks is important only for college. Marks is not at all important for CA, but maths is important for knowledge purpose. Okay. CA has mathematics, but it's not pure maths, mathematics, then statistics, then logical reasoning. But I will always suggest please take mathematics when you do 11th and 12th standard. That will be better one. Sir, in our area, in our schools, there is no mathematics, sir, what to do? Then okay, you don't have any other option. If your school itself is not providing mathematics, then you take computer science or any other thing and come. But I have seen some CBSE students who have taken marketing and all in their subjects instead of maths, because CBSE, I think they can choose the subjects. One person have taken marketing. So why to take this kind of, because marketing, what is the use after finishing 12th standard? At least for next 5 years, this is of no use. So according to me, please take mathematics. Otherwise, no, after completing this 12th standard, immediately start doing mathematics. At least for 1 or 2 months, you do maths and come out with no knowledge with mathematics when you are sitting in the classroom. See, there is, I'm not telling anything bad, but no, you, why you should have, if you have an opportunity to do, why you are not doing, that is the thing I'm telling you. And after CA, post qualification course or so much international course are there available. I will guide people when they join for classes, etc. Now I think I have answered all the doubts of parents. So is CA my cup of tea? So this is if you complete, if you are very sincere, if you are going to dedicate your 5-6 years here, then CA is your cup of tea. Okay, and parents, you please encourage the students, don't pressurize them, because CA is like no requires more discipline, and most of the students here already went to depression level, frustration level, because of their failures, etc. Because failure rate is very high here compared to any other course. It's going to be toughest course. Okay, it's actually toughest course only, but it's a course for tough people. Okay, you have to come back when it bounce back when you feel bad. Now the mentality. Okay, I will tell you, sir. Many people are saying CA is difficult. CA is difficult. Why it is? I will tell you one story. There is an elephant. Okay, imagine there is an elephant. Elephant is very big, but elephant is tied in a very small chain, and it's in a tree. Okay, a tree is connected with a chain, and it's the elephant, the big elephant, has been tied in one single leg with the chain. The chain is good chain. Okay, the iron chain. Okay, now this elephant is not trying to escape from this chain. Why? Because when the elephant is very small, say 3 or 4 months year old, okay, 3 or 4 months old, that elephant, they have tied this elephant with this chain and this tree or pillar. At that point of time, this chain is very no, strong, okay, for the elephant comparatively. But after say 5 years of growth, the elephant feels still the same thing. That means that once the fellow tied my legs in this pillar or tree, I cannot pull this chain. It's waste of time and energy, because I already tried it. Okay, 3 years back, it never happened. Now this is the mentality of the students. The students, if they fail, they have that mentality that it's very difficult, it's not easy for me, I'm not going to get it, etc. So this is the mentality. So CA is mostly with a mind game. The first question in the paper is going to be very difficult, that will spoil the sport. Now just imagine if you are taking the question paper in your hand when you are in the exam hall, and totally different people are sitting in the exam classroom, and the first question is going to be very difficult, which is compulsory also. That means you cannot leave it in choice. You have to try this question, and it's going to be a butterfly and all flying in your stomach. This is the feeling that you will get, and this is the mindset, the mentality. Now you should tell, okay, yourself, I have studied everything, maybe I have not studied this one topic, and the topic is the compulsory question. Okay, let us move forward, let us go for the next question. Like that, you have to go for the next question. So this kind of mentality you should have, then only you can complete this course. And parents, you please note my number. My number is 9940512888. I repeat, 9940512888. If you have any other doubts, if you want to have a coaching classes, coaching, etc., you can approach me. I am launching 1 or 2 subject online coaching also. So we'll see how it's going to work. I am taking classes in Chennai only, so you can please forward this link and whatever you learned, etc., to other friends, neighbors, relatives also. Let them also get enlightenment. If you have any doubt, you can approach me in WhatsApp 99405 12888. 99405 12888. I'm AKS KRISHNAN. So almost like 1 hour over. I wanted to do this session for 1 hour. So happy day. Thank you so much. Bye.